What's up, guys? Lucky, welcome back. This is the last legendary ship battle with the Impoluto. Quick pieces of advice before I get on my main topic, and today I want to talk about dealing with bullies. Before that, just a quick tips for dealing with this. Do not get rammed. The ship is going to come 1,000 miles an hour. It's going to try to ram you. Avoid that at all costs. Use your speed, take advantage of that, use fire barrels. Again, try to get on the back side of it and hit it there. Once it passes you, follow it and pound it with your mortars when it goes to turn around. That's my advice for dealing with this thing. Good luck. This is the toughest and the funnest of all the legendary ship battles. I hope you guys enjoy it. But today I want to talk about little something that happened. First off, I'm a parent. I've got two great daughters, 13 and 8. Both of them are straight A students, real active. They've got excellent behavior marks. I mean, I couldn't be happier. I'm extremely fortunate. It's been the greatest journey of my life. But this isn't all just about a parent's point of view. This little story, I think this goes both ways. I think there's a takeaway here for everything. But as a parent, just quick, like one of the hardest things to do, I think, is knowing when to let them stand on their own 2 feet, to take their own hard knocks, when to step and help, and when to punish them. The when, how, why, and what of that's the great mystery. That's what will drive you mad. That's the hard part of doing the job. Outside of the time and energy, and the drive, all of which you have to have also. But like knowing that when you do all those things, that's tough. There's no guidebook. There's no rule book. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. Everybody's different. So I've got this instance with my 13-year-old. Let me back up a little bit. There's this one boy in her grade. He's like new to the school, and in the past he had been caught writing some pretty explicit things about my daughter, and apparently he's been calling her names and insulting her and saying she has a insert male anatomy part, and that she's a boy, and that's what I can get from her. Who knows what all was actually said. That's the thing about kids, they won't actually tell you what all's going with them. So, but that's what she told me. And so when she tells me this, the first thing I think of is like the little punk must pay. And then, then I think, well, guys that age, they're immature little twits. They don't really know any better. And for all you girls out there, if you're getting picked on by a guy, if a guy does that, typically means that he likes you. Oh shit, that means he likes you. Little punk must pay. But anyways, yeah, if a guy does that, don't stress. I mean, he's trying to get your attention, and that's like the only way that boys of that age really know how to do that. So I didn't pay like a whole lot of mind to it. It's kind of one of those where I decided to step back. Calmer heads prevailed. So she had a birthday recently, and she comes in like the day of, and she's like all excited and proceeds to tell me this story that she's in PE, and for all intents and purposes we'll refer to him as the little punk. He started calling her names again. So she threw a ball at him, and then he escalated into more names, to which she got into his face and she pushed him. And he torted back, so she pushed him again until he fell down. And so he stood up and smarted back again, and apparently she came back like she was gonna punch him, and then that's when her friends and the crowd kind of broke it up. And she's like telling this, and she's all full of energy. And she continues on. Well, she gets called into the principal's office. I mean, if you get in a fight at school, it's typically like an automatic 3-day suspension. But, you know, I'm thinking, oh shit, you know. I'm totally conflicted at this point because I'm sitting here listening to this story, and she's like so enthusiastic. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, what the hell? One, I'm so proud she stood up for herself. And then, but two, she assaulted a kid at school. So what do? You know? So anyway, she gets called into the principal's office. And luckily, I mean, I guess given her reputation, stellar reputation, and then the kid's own reputation, for which apparently little punk is appropriate, she gets like no suspension, you know. At which point she's like so pumped at this point, like, I can't believe it, I wasn't suspended. And I'm like, so what the hell do I say to that? You know, is this the moment? Do I coach her on dealing with issues in an appropriate way? And if I do that, am I stifling her courage for standing up for herself, which I'm like really so proud that she did? And then do I congratulate her, you know, on standing up for herself, but at the same time, am I encouraging her punching people, which, you know, is not necessarily a fast track to career success like in the future? So, you know, what does a person do? Don't really know. And last, you know, how do I find this kid and beat him senseless without any witnesses? You know, I'm just kidding. Sort of. Yeah. Okay, I am joking. I wouldn't really beat him senseless. Definitely not in front of witnesses. Anyway, in the end, I let it ride. I told her I was proud for standing with the bullies, and I let it go. Because I feel like if you are being bullied, the only way to end that is to stand up for yourself. And regardless, I think, of what you're taught, if you are being bullied in school, to put an end to it, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to confront that person, and you have to call them out, and you have to let them know that you're not going to take that crap anymore. You know, and since then, this kid hasn't picked on her. He hasn't even hardly looked her way. He hasn't messed with her. You know, I mean, and kids and other teachers are like giving her high fives, telling her, you know, congratulations. I guess the kid reaped what he sowed, little punk that he is. She stood up for herself, and I think that's all anybody should hope for anyone, you know. And so if you are getting bullied, just do that. Just stand up for yourself. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Let me know your thoughts and comments. This is Lucky. Peace.